Number 4. Killing Nier long before the meeting even happened. Seriously, none of this needed to be as difficult as it was. If Light wasn't so insistent upon outsmarting Nier personally. Consider this, he had the President of the United States and presumably other world leaders under his thumb, doing whatever he told them to out of fear of Kira's powers. He was able to use this to obtain Nier's location and have his building stormed by an angry mob. But why the hell stop there? Why not just force the president to give you Nier's identity? With Mikami and Misa having the Shinigami eyes, all you really need is a picture, and there has to be a picture of N somewhere that the president could get. Nier worked with the FBI in a government agency. Not to mention, he actually went to the White House at some point. There's no way there wasn't a personal file or surveillance footage of him somewhere that could be sent to Mikami or Misa, who could then find his name with the eyes and kill him. Yes, Nier is so retarded. He actually worked at a government agency building and actually went to go see the President of the United States and the head of the FBI himself in person. This is something L would never do. L went out of his way to keep his identity hidden. Okay, he would never do something this stupid. As I've mentioned before, when Nier can be defeated by something as simple as a goddamn camera, this just proves that Nier is not actually smart. He really isn't. He only ever succeeds because the plot says so. Nier could have been easily defeated this way. He was so absurdly stupid he went to the White House. He went to the head of the FBI in person with no mask. Nothing. There is no way in hell you're gonna tell me that an FBI building and the motherfucking White House doesn't have any surveillance cameras whatsoever. This is beyond stupid. This is another easy way that Light could have defeated Nier. He could have defeated Nier before the meeting even happened. He could have killed Nier before Mello met his end. At least Mello wasn't so stupid and cavalier and went out of his way to keep himself hidden, only known by his fellow mafia cronies, because Mello, unlike Nier, is not a brain-dead dipshit.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Number 3. Keep a closer eye on Mikami. There was really no reason for Light to let Mikami have as much independence as he did. Sure, he allegedly couldn't contact Mikami directly to avoid the task force suspicions, but that honestly doesn't hold up. Contacting him indirectly through Takeda only confused things more, and the task force still caught on pretty quickly to the fact that Light and Takeda were passing notes during their meeting, so Mikami's involvement was discovered anyway. Not to mention that Light actually wanted him to be discovered in order for his fake notebook trap to work. If he just kept regular contact with Mikami directly, he could have easily sent him a "Don't worry, I got this one" message when Mello kidnapped Takeda, thus preventing Mikami from acting on impulse like an idiot and giving the plan away. And this is another simple way. Now, you could argue that this seems like more of a dumbass part on Light rather than Nier, but you see, that's bullshit, as I've established earlier. Nier is not intelligent, and any break he makes in the Kira investigation is either through the answers being handed to him by L or through sheer dumb luck. There is no way that Nier could have ever outsmarted Light. He was so stupid, he fell for Light's fake notebook trap with Mikami effortlessly. He didn't even register this possibility. He is dumb. He only defeats Light through the answers being given to him by an actually smart character like L and just sheer dumb luck. He only won because of other people's actions like Mello, Mikami making a mistake, or Light being a little bit overconfident. Nier is severely outclassed in every way. This is, again, there are so many easy ways that Light could easily defeat Nier. Like, this is beyond stupid. People, with all this, you're still gonna tell me that Nier is a smart character and he defeated Light. Guess what? After this video, I promise you, you are going to see Nier for the brainless retard that he is. I promise you. Just wait until we get on with the last two. Number 2, bringing back up to the meeting. Now, this one sort of shows how Light's arrogance and desire to personally outsmart Nier and prove himself as the best got the better of him. By the time that Nier came into play, Light already had an incredible amount of sway over people as Kira. He was able to easily mobilize a huge angry mob to swarm Nier's headquarters at one point, so there's nothing to say that he couldn't just easily riled a crowd of fanatical Kira supporters to come down to the warehouse during the meeting just in case the Mikami plan didn't work out. Oh, what's that, Nier? You switched out the notebooks? Well, that's a shame. Sure would suck for you if I had a private army of people who worship me waiting outside to tear you all limb from limb, huh? Light's insistence on using just the Death Note and his small group of lackeys to beat N made him completely blind to the wider powers he had at his disposal as Kira, or he simply just got frustrated by the first time this plan failed. However, in this instance, there is no way that it would have failed, okay? As I've established earlier in part 1, Nier, total dumbass, gives Light the exact time and place the location is going to take place, and to cement himself as not just a dumbass but a retard, he sets up the location in such a place where there is one way in. There is only one way in and one way out. So essentially, all Light would have to do is just get an army of Kira supporters. He doesn't even need to get Mikami to show up at all. All he would have to do is just get an army of Kira worshippers to storm this warehouse while he sneaks out through the crowd, and they tear the task force and the SPK apart. Or they come armed with weapons and bludgeon or stab them all to death, or just flat out set the warehouse on fire while they're trapped inside. Okay? And what the hell is Nier gonna do to stop this? What is the SPK and the task force? What, are they gonna shoot these people? Good fucking luck. As I've established before, you really think they have enough ammo in their guns to stop an army of people? Do you seriously believe that? I mean, the SPK at best have some Glocks with 1 or 2 mags at best. Nier is completely unarmed because, as I've established before, he's a fucking moron. And the task force just have some little 38 specials. They carry, what, 5 bullets at the most? What the hell are they gonna do against this army of Kira supporters? And all Light would have to do is sneak in through the crowd while they all die. Again, how are they going to escape? You have an army of angry people that want you dead, and you are now trapped in this warehouse with no way out. And this, not even just an army of Kira supporters. As I've stated before, he could easily get a private security team or a private mercenary group to just come in and just shoot them all. He had basically the entire world in the palm of his hands. He could have done nearly anything to stop them. He probably could have called the president or anyone who works in the military and ordered them to send a missile strike to the warehouse and just blow them all up. Or just have a army of Kira supporters, or even a small group of Kira supporters, run in the warehouse with a suicide bomber vest and once again kill them all. And again, Nier has no way of stopping this. As I've stated many times, Nier is outclassed. By the time Nier came into the picture, Light had far more power than Nier could have possibly imagined. Nier had so much focus on the notebook, that he didn't think of any other possibilities of ways Light could have defeated him, like using his own supporters against him. And it wasn't until Light displayed this power and influence that Nier finally considered, oh, well, maybe I should focus on a little bit more than just the Death Note, because I've kind of been a little bit of an idiot and underestimating Light and overestimating my intelligence, or I should say my lack of intelligence, because Nier is so stupid. A simple phone call or a simple news broadcast could have easily put an end to all this. Light could have easily just had a simple news broadcast the location of the warehouse while they were heading towards the meeting, and the location in which the SPK and the task force would be there, and I guarantee you an army of Kira supporters will show up ready to kill them all. The Death Note is not even necessary at this point. Light doesn't need the Death Note to defeat Nier. He never did. And just you wait. If you think this is stupid, just wait till we get to number 1. I have not even begun to display frickin' Nier's mental retardation to you. It's about to get brain dead stupid.
Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid!
Number 1. Literally do nothing at all. That is right. Number 1 is do nothing. Nier is so goddamn retarded that Light could have literally defeated him by doing absolutely fucking nothing. His plan was that stupid. This one is both the simplest and perhaps the most reliable, effective counter to the trap that Nier was attempting to spring at the warehouse. Just do nothing. Nier set the whole meeting up as obvious bait to goad Light into making a major play so that he could catch him in the act. Light realized this immediately because he's not a retard and attempted to plan around it. But really, all he had to do was do nothing. If Mikami never shows up at the warehouse, then Nier has absolutely no evidence to pin on Light. Nier's plan only works if Light tries to kill everyone at the meeting in exactly the way Nier thought he would, and not playing along with that would have thrown him off entirely. Hell, even just asking Mikami to not come into the warehouse with the notebook would have worked. Have him look in, write down the names, and run away. Either the notebook is real and everyone dies, or it's fake, in which case Mikami still has everyone's names and faces, which would be enough for Light to kill them later on. Light screwed himself over by trying to purposefully counteract Nier's plan to show off how much smarter he was, when all he really had to do was not play along with it and let it fail. And people are seriously gonna try to tell me and you that Nier is a intelligent character. Bull fucking shit. Okay? This is bullshit. Nier is one of the dumbest characters I have ever seen in anime history. And it's no wonder why people say that the ending to Death Note is one of the worst endings in anime history, and the final confrontation and battle between Light and Nier is beyond stupid. This whole situation is not only front runner for the dumbest character in anime history, one of the absolute worst final battles in anime history, and one of the worst endings ever put to anime. Okay, the ending here is so fucking terrible. I much rather prefer the ending to the live action, as in the Death Note live action, the Netflix Death Note live action. The ending to the Netflix live action is better and more intelligent than this fuckery that Nier calls a master plan to defeat the god of the new world. Bullshit! Okay? This whole situation can literally be won by Light doing nothing. As I've stated, Nier's plan hinges on the fact that Mikami needs to show up and write down everyone's name, and it assumes that Light Yagami's name has to not be written in the Death Note. If Light Yagami's name is not in the Death Note, then he wins. But again, Light already had the fake Death Note plan in mind. All he would have had to do is have Mikami show up, write down everyone's name, even Light's, and guess what? Light doesn't die, and Nier has evidence that he is no longer Kira, and then all Light has to do is just kill them all himself, because Nier is even dumber in the fact that he shows Light his goddamn name in the Death Note. Nate River. He shows it to him. He is that absurdly stupid. Do you really think that L, or even Mello for that matter, would ever show their names to Light? Mello was so fucking paranoid about being killed by Light, he killed the majority of Nier's SPK team and held a woman hostage just to get a picture of him from Nier, because he was that fucking paranoid about dying. But Nier is so cavalier and so stupid that he shows his name to Light. Rather Mikami is arrested, or rather Mikami has a page of the Death Note. All of it is irrelevant, because Light has everything he needs to defeat Nier. Rather Mikami shows up at all, rather Mikami just writes down all their names and run away, rather Light decides to set up cameras, set up a trap with explosives or a private security team. Either way, Light wins. Okay? I defy you. I defy anyone who is a fan of Nier. I defy you to try to prove me wrong. I defy you to try to show me otherwise, that Nier is not a dumb character. Because Nier is one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen. And this idea that Nier is the one who defeats Light, and with such a stupid plan, it's not only bullshit and disrespectful to Light Yagami and his character, but it's disrespectful to L. It makes L look like a fucking dumbass. Okay? That, oh, all L had to do was just switch the real Death Note for a fucking fake. Bullshit. So not only does Nier disrespect Light, he disrespects his mentor. The mentor he claims to love and want to surpass so much. Guess what, Nate River? You are not L. You will never be L. Light Yagami is far superior than you ever will be, and L knew it. L said that Light would be the one to succeed him, not you, you little white-haired bitch. This character is stupid, beyond stupid. When your so-called master plan can be easily thwarted by your enemy literally doing nothing, says to me that you have no intelligence whatsoever. And that is the case. Nier is not a smart character. Nier did not defeat Light. Nier only won because other people gave him the answers and because of dumb luck. That is the only reason Nier won. And it's also the reason why people believe the theory that Nier cheated. Because that is the only possible way that Nier could defeat Light, is by cheating. But since countless Death Note fans call bullshit on the Nier's cheating theory, well, guess what? Nier is just a brain-dead retard. I rest my case. Nier is one of the dumbest characters in anime history. His plan is stupid. I could literally go on and on. There are so many other ways I could think of that Light could defeat Nier, but once I found this way that Light could defeat Nier, everything is pretty much meaningless when Light can win by literally doing nothing. Okay? And again, please, any fans of Nier out there, take my goddamn challenge. Try to prove me wrong, but I know you're not gonna, because you can't, because you know deep down inside, Nier is every bit the brain-dead retard I just showed you to be. I have exposed Nier. So, for everyone out there, stop pretending Nier is smart. Stop pretending that he's this brilliant mastermind that defeated Light Yagami. He didn't. Light Yagami should have won. This is the reason we not only get a depressing ending to Death Note rather than a happy ending. We don't even get a bittersweet ending, but we get one of the worst endings in anime history to one of the greatest anime ever made. Nier and this bullshit ending is the reason why Death Note is not the perfect anime it should be. Fuck you, Nier. You killed Death Note. So that was my top 10 ways Light could have easily defeated Nier. What do you all think? Do you still think that Nier is an intelligent character? Do you think there's any other ways Light could have easily defeated Nier? Do you actually like the ending, or do you hate it? Leave your thoughts below, along with any video suggestions you may have, and I might do them in the future. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more of this, and I'll see you guys around for the